materials we'll need for this project are our pattern piece. I'm using a modified version of the Maggie 55 pop open coin pouch. I elongated the pattern so that it will fit the size for an eyeglass case. And I have a 3.5 inch by 2 inch piece of paper so I can center my embroidery on the front panel of the eyeglass case. We have our leather, a box cutter to cut the leather with, a marking pin, our logo tag, the metal apparatus for the pop open portion of the case, and the screws that come with it. That's pretty much it. Let's get started. Once I found a nice piece of this leather in which to use, I'm going to put my pattern piece on top of it and pretty much cut out a larger piece than I need and then flip it over and use my marking pen. The name I'm going to embroider today is Donna. Donna is having a birthday soon, and I want to make her this eyeglass case. I'm going to use Farmhouse Font, which I purchased off of Etsy, and I will put the link in the description for it. I need to bring in the letter D, and then I'll show you how I can get all of these on one page. So I'm going to go to the O, and I'm going to copy and paste and bring it into the window where the D is, and then we will align these so that we can get them in the order we want to embroider. I'm going to bring in 2 ends, and then the small case A. And so I arranged these by using the lines on the graph here as, oh, I need the O, excuse me, where's the O? Here's the O. Okay, now we have the O, and the O needs to be a little bit bigger compared to the other letters, so I'll just make that a little bit bigger. And let's bring in the ends using this graph for alignment purposes. Here's the other end. So there's our name, Donna. Now let's bring in the capital D. That would be the serif part of this font. I love this idea of embroidering the name on an eyeglass case. I've done so many of these as gifts or freebies to my clients when they order a purse. And so this is just the perfect little accessory. So let's see, I'm going to make this a little bigger. And so this D will be in the color white, and the rest of the letters of Donna will be in the color of a yellowish gold. And I think those are pretty nice colors to be on purple leather. So all I'm going to do now is save this to my thumb drive and then put it into the embroidery machine, and then let's stitch this out. So what I'm going to do is not hoop this, but float this. Floating simply means to fix the leather right on top of the stabilizer. I'm using tearaway stabilizer. So in order to keep this from moving, I'm going to use some temporary adhesive spray. And now we're ready to put this into the machine. My machine is the Brother NQ1600E. It's a single needle machine. And now that we have the hoop in place, we're going to find the center point for our embroidered design. This will take 2 minutes. So this is a total of 6 minutes of embroidery. So what we're going to do now is transform the lines in which we have to fold the top down. And you'll find all of the measurements inside the pattern for the pop-up coin pouch. And I am going to also put my logo tag on the back. So I'm going to mark that spot. The rivets. Okay, so let's punch the holes for the tag placement. So after we get our tag in place, we're going to next put a lining inside the case so that when you slip your glasses in, you don't have a rough surface that will scratch your lens. I'm going to use this leather. It's very thin. It's like less than an ounce thick. And I'm going to glue this on the inside of the case. Now for the second piece. Okay, let's top stitch this across. The next step before we sew up the side seams is to cut out a little notch here on each end. We're not going to cut into the seam, but we're going to just cut out and over on each end. Just like that. Okay, now we're ready to sew up the side seams. We're almost finished. Let's do the other side. Okay, that's all there is to it. What we're going to do next is turn this inside out. You don't want to use a thick leather for this project because turning it inside out with a thick leather is a beast. Ask me how I know. So what we're going to do is trim down the corners here at the bottom before we turn this inside out. Roll it. Push and roll. But let's install our hardware. We're going to open up the metal piece here and slip it in each end. And then we're going to slip a screw through the opening here and clamp it at the top. And we are done. This is such an easy, quick project for a nice personalized gift. Let's get the rod. Okay, that's in there. I could see it at the bottom here. Okay, once we have it in place, we're going to bend the top portion of this down and sort of lock it in place. And the rod won't come out at that point. this is where I use the pliers. Very good. There it is, all in place. So now that little rod will never come out. Okay, so we can move the leather to hide a little bit at the end of that. And there it is, a quick little project to make in just over an hour. We're going to pop open the top, insert our glasses, and they're safe inside. Thank you for watching.